What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my pros and cons on the brand new Galaxy Tab A11. All right, everyone. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and start off with the pros on this device. And the first pro is going to be that we have micro SD card expansion on this device. Very, very surprising that this does have micro SD card expansion, especially in 2025, and especially on a tablet that's about $100. So that's one of the good things about this device is if you guys are storing a lot of photos, files, or videos or stuff like that, you're going to be able to keep them all on your SD card inside of here, which definitely frees up a lot of space for things like video games and applications. And as you guys know, you are going to need more space than ever because apps are larger than ever. Second pro is going to have to be that we have a very, very solid all aluminum build on this. We have an aluminum chassis, an aluminum back, a glass front. It is a very premium built tablet right here, especially considering this is about $100 or $120 if we take this to the US. I'm sure it's going to be about 99 bucks when it comes to the US. I don't think they should charge anything more than that, to be quite honest. But overall, very, very premium build on this tablet, considering the budget price tag on this. Third pro is going to be the affordable price tag. Of course, this device, like I said before, is around 120 bucks. There are not many tablets out there that you can get around 100 bucks right now. Of course, we have the Galaxy A9 Plus, and that would probably be a better deal than this. In fact, I think absolutely that is still a better deal than this tablet right here, and I think it's a tablet that you should pick up over this since it's probably only about $149 currently. Affordable price tag on here, but there are better options. And last but not least on this tablet, we of course have a 90 Hz refresh rate that you can go ahead and set this to. So it is a lot smoother than previous models of the Galaxy Tab A lineup. So yeah, super smooth, 90 Hz refresh rate, definitely decent enough for the $120 or $100 price tag wherever the US is going to release this at. But yeah, smooth display. Now here's the thing, those are the only pros that I have found about this device. Of course, we have 7 years of operating system updates, but is this tablet going to be able to handle that with the Helio G99 instead of it? So we're just going to go straight into the cons on this. And I didn't realize how many cons were on this device, and honestly, I didn't pick up the Galaxy A9 from last year. I picked up the Galaxy A9 Plus. I really knew nothing about the Galaxy A9 when I picked up the A11, and I've been hearing your comments, guys, and done my research, and the Galaxy A11 doesn't seem like a very good tablet to pick up. It really just doesn't make any sense right now to pick it up, even if it's at $100. I mean, if you guys are getting this for free at Metro by T-Mobile or Cricket Wireless, I can see you picking it up then, but you can get so much more tablet in the Galaxy A9 Plus for $20, $30, or even $40 more. So it really doesn't make too much sense to pick up this tablet unless you like the compact size right here. But speaking of that, we're going to get into the cons about this device. The first one is going to be that there is essentially zero improvements coming from the regular Galaxy A9 to the A11. As you guys know, they did skip the Galaxy A10, so they just went from A9 to A11. From everything I've seen, the only improvements that I saw on the spec sheet is that we have a better selfie camera on this device, and it's already really not that good in general, so it's not really a huge improvement or something worth upgrading to for. Yeah, so nothing really big as far as the improvements go. I'm hoping that next year Samsung gets it together, and with the A12 or whatever else they release with, that they actually do some decent upgrades to this, because we have the same processor inside of here, we have the same RAM, we have the same storage, we have essentially everything the same other than the selfie cameras on both the tablets. So 0 to no improvements on this tablet is the first con. Second con is going to be that we have a low pixel density, and we have the same low pixel density from last year. We have a pixel density, or a PPI, of 179. So that's one of the things I do not like about this. It doesn't really look sharp. I mean, videos are going to look fine on YouTube. Don't get me wrong. If you guys are, looking to invest $115 into a tablet, I don't think you're going to be disappointed, to be quite honest, because there's really not a lot of money to spend on a tablet. However, the pixel density is definitely noticeable on here. It is really not too sharp. The other thing, it is a TFT display. So if you're playing any video games that you have to turn the tablet with, or if you're constantly turning the tablet, you're not going to have the best viewing angle on this from the side or whatever. But if you're watching it head on and you're using it head on, it's not going to be a big deal. However, kind of sucks that we have a TFT display in the year of 2025. We could have had at least just a regular IPS LCD display. I don't know why they did TFT, but they did TFT. And last but not least, I think this is one of the bigger ones for me, 64 gigabytes of internal storage. And as you guys know, the storage is not going to be 64 gigs out of the box, especially when you boot up the tablet for the first time and you're downloading your applications and stuff like that. The storage in this tablet already has about 23 gigabytes used. So just letting you guys know that. Of course, there is a little bit of bloatware on here. We have the Samsung free app, Global Goals. We have the Spotify, Netflix app that you guys can go ahead and take off. But especially in 2025, I don't think 64 gigabytes of internal storage is really enough anymore, especially if you're getting this for your kid and they're going to want to store a bunch of video games on here and stuff like that. I would absolutely opt for like the Galaxy A9 Plus and get 128 gigabytes on that tablet, since 64 gigabytes can be used up so quickly. So that's the last comment about this device. So in conclusion, the Galaxy Tab A11 has a few things wrong with it. The biggest reason to not pick this up, of course, is going to be that there are zero improvements from the Galaxy A9. Of course, we're getting software Android 15 instead of Android 13 out of the box, but we have the same processor, we have the same RAM, we have the same storage. There's really no improvement from here, and there's really not a lot of reasons to pick up this tablet, which is unfortunate.